What's up, Bulldog Nation? We have been waiting for what it seems like forever for the season to really begin. And here we are, week 3 of the season. Georgia goes on the road to play a good Tennessee team up in Knoxville with a 3:30 kick. College game day is going to be there. The weather's finally cooling off in Georgia and up in Tennessee. Should be perfect weather. It looks like a great Saturday for football up in Knoxville. And I'm not going to lie, y'all, this is the most nervous I've been in quite some time for a Tennessee game, especially with it being our first SEC opener and for it being on the road. Like Neyland Stadium, if it gets rocking, it can be a very difficult place to play. So I am a little nervous for this game. Going back to the other videos and stuff that we talked about with the Marshall and Austin Peay game, I do have some concerns with the offensive line, with Gunnar Stockton not letting the ball go. But I've also got a lot of reasons for confidence that I've got written down for this game that made me feel a lot better about this game. And I did go back and watch a couple of film studies Sunday and Monday, and the tape, it was not as bad as I thought that it was throughout the entirety of the Austin Peay game. Like the mistakes and the breakdowns on the O-line where we had guys running free to the quarterback made it look, I guess that's what stood out to me the most was that. But overall, the entire game, it was not as bad as I thought, especially in the run game. Our run game offense looks a lot better than I thought. And also, going back and looking up the scores since Josh Huepel has been at Tennessee, I've got a lot of confidence in this Kirby Smart defense. So I think Georgia's run game and our defense is something that we can hang our hat on and we can count on. And, if we've got some guys coming back on the O-line and Gunnar Stockton can hit wide open wide receivers, I do like Georgia in this game, but we're going to go through all of that stuff right now. So going back, I looked up what the scores were since Josh Huepel got to Tennessee, and I'll just go ahead and rattle these off right quick. 2021, Georgia went on the road to Tennessee. Georgia wins the game 41-17. 2022. Tennessee comes to Sanford Stadium. They got ranked number 1 in the country by the College Football Playoff Committee. It was really the first week in November. Georgia had been number 1 in the AP and the coaches all season long. College Football Playoff Committee kicked them back to 2 or 3, I think it was. So it was the battle of the number 1s. Tennessee came in, national media hyping them up. Tennessee's going to win the game. It's Tennessee's time. Tennessee's going to dethrone Georgia. None of that happened. Georgia smacked them 27-13. And that score is really not even an indicator of what an ass whooping that game was that Georgia put on Tennessee. Once it started raining, that game just got better and better. So 27-13, Dogs win that one. 2023, the Dillon Bell game where Dillon Bell single-handedly destroys Tennessee. Georgia goes on the road to Rocky Top. Georgia wins 38-10. Dillon Bell had a throwing touchdown, a catching touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. Just had an incredible game. Would love to see some of that production from Dillon Bell again this week. And then last year, 2024, Georgia goes on the road to Ole Miss, gets their butts kicked in the rain. Everybody said Georgia's season was over. Georgia's not going to beat Tennessee. Georgia turns around, comes home the next week. Georgia's O-line played a lot better last year at home than it did on the road, especially with that Ole Miss game. But Georgia comes home, plays better on the offensive line, finally used the tight ends, got them involved over the middle. Georgia was able to rush the ball, shut down Tennessee's rushing game. Georgia wins the game 31-17 at home. Again, that game was an ass whooping too. But this is the common theme, since Huepel has been here. Y'all, look at these point totals for Tennessee. 17 points, 13 points, 10 points, and 17 points. Again, this Josh Huepel offense always looks good all throughout the season until they play Georgia. When once they play a real defense, all those 50, 60, 70, even 40-point all that plummets. Their scoring plummets when they play this Kirby Smart defense. And that right there, the past 4 games, is one of the reasons that I have the most confidence in Georgia going up on the road at Rocky Top. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, I'm the one being told on Facebook, on social media, in person, whatever, oh, trust Kirby, trust Kirby. How could you not trust Kirby? How could you not trust Kirby? This is a game where I'm going to be the guy that says trust Kirby on this one. That is just astonishing, man. 17 points, 13 points, 10 points. 17 points. This offense just put up 70 points. Now, they didn't play anybody, but they put up 40-something points against Syracuse, too. They just repeatedly always do this and always look good until they play UGA. And then, so Georgia's defense, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, and then we'll get to the offense towards the end. Man, Georgia's defense to me, even though we haven't played anybody, like Georgia's defense has looked really good to me. Really physical, really fast, hustling, nobody's loafing, everybody's playing hard. And you know, one thing that I noticed this year, guys, that I don't feel like we had last year, we are deep in the front seven. Like, we are rotating bodies in that front seven. There are guys that are playing along our defensive line that I don't even know, haven't even heard of, that are getting significant time. I do feel like we've got the best inside linebacker room in the country. I feel like Gabe Harris and Mendoza have really stepped up, and they've filled in well. They've done what we've asked them to do. They've looked good at that outside linebacker spot. The inside linebackers, though, are some stars. C.J. Allen's been playing good this year. Raylan Wilson looked really, really good in that first game. Chris Cole's just an incredible player. Like, Tennessee fans are going to find out who Chris Cole is on Saturday. And then Justin Williams has looked good. The secondary for Georgia so far this season has looked good. I understand that they haven't been tested, but we do have some experience in the back end of our defense. Like, Dalen Everett has been there and has played some big-time games, came up big for us in multiple moments. Daniel Harris and Ellis Robinson rotating at that other corner spot. Like, I know those guys don't have a ton of experience, but they've been in the program now for 2 years. And we're rotating them at that other corner spot. Like, these guys know how to play football. Both highly, highly recruited, future NFL player type guys. And then who else do we have on the back end of this defense? The safety spot, like, we kind of been rotating 3 guys at the other safety spot across from KJ Bolden. So those guys have all gotten game reps. We've got KJ at the other safety spot. So I really feel like really good about this defense. And man, I just remember like that 2022 game when Tennessee's offense was loaded, like they had just beaten Alabama. And they were coming down with Hendon Hooker and a high-powered offense, really good wide receivers. They were coming down into Athens, and everybody said Tennessee's going to smoke Georgia. And this Joey Aguilar guy in Tennessee's offense this season, like, are you telling me this offense is going to be better than that offense? And I know our defense isn't where that defense was either, but our defense has got experience. Like, we are deep. Like, our defense is loaded with NFL talent. And man, this is Joey Aguilar's first SEC game. Like, this is his SEC opener as well. And do you really want your first SEC game to be against Kirby Smart's defense and this loaded defense full of NFL talent? Like, these windows on Saturday are going to be a lot smaller, a lot tighter for this guy. This is going to be a speed that he has never seen before from this Kirby Smart defense. And I'm trusting that, man. Like, I trust our guys up front to stop the run. I do. Like, our front seven and our linebackers, I think we're going to be able to stop the run, force this guy into passing situations, and hopefully create some turnovers on the defense. And so I really feel good about Georgia's defense. And hopefully we can get some turnovers, get some sacks, heat this guy up. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Georgia on defense has showed nothing so far this season as far as blitzing, schemes, anything like that. Like, we've been playing a base defense our first 2 games. We have not put anything on film. We have not brought any heat on the quarterback so far. Like, we've just been playing our base defense. So this Joey Aguilar guy, like, he's going to have to pick all that up quick. Like, this is going to be a whole different speed for him. And I understand that goes both ways. I understand that Gunner is going to have to deal with that as well. But Gunner does have a couple of starts under his belt. And I don't think the moment's going to be too big for Gunner. But he is going to have to hit the open guys. So Georgia's run game. Going to Georgia's run game. Georgia has been running the ball a lot better this year. Like, last year, we were not able to do anything. Against Marshall, we had 239 yards rushing. And against Austin Peay, we had 190 yards rushing. Now, I feel like that should have been a little bit more under Austin Peay. But Georgia knows that it's going to have to run the ball in this game. And that's the one thing that we've done well on offense, is being able to run the ball. Like, I really like our running backs. Like, we've got to use Frazier, Bowens, and Phillips. And Frazier has got to hold on to the ball in this game. We cannot have a fumble. Like, that's one of the main things that we cannot have turnovers going on the road. Like, we've got to play a clean game this Saturday for Georgia to win. I feel like Georgia's the better team. I feel like Georgia is going to win this game. We can't give them anything, though. No turnovers, no special teams blunders, no muffed punts, no none of that. If we do that, I think we're going to be fine. But we got to get Frazier. Bowens looked really good in the Austin Peay game. And then Dwight Phillips, like, he's clearly one of our most explosive players, one of our top 2 explosive players on offense. We got to get Dwight Phillips involved. We've got to be able to run the ball in this game, and I think that we know that. I think we're going to be able to. And then both of Tennessee's cornerbacks, both starting corners are out. Now, their backups looked good. In the games that I saw, like, there wasn't a massive drop-off, but still that inexperience. And our wide receiver room has been upgraded this season. Like, this is not the Georgia wide receiver room of the past 2 years. Like, Georgia has gotten a lot better at receiver. Zach Branch has to touch the ball, guys, in this game. Like, we have got to find a way to get this guy touches. He is our most explosive player on offense. Dwight Phillips needs a lot of touches in this game, and Zach Branch needs a lot of touches in this game. We have got to find ways to scheme Zach Branch open in space, get him the football, and let him do his thing, because he's our most explosive player. We need explosive plays in this game. And I think with us going out and establishing the run early and their 2 corners being out, like, there are going to be plays there in the passing game for Georgia. Gunner just has to be confident and hit him. I know it's going to be loud as hell. I know it's a hostile environment. But Gunner Stockton has got to settle down, find his confidence, and hit the open guy, because we have had open guys running downfield this season. And the O-line's got to play good. Like, a lot of this depends on the O-line health. But Colby Young, Noah Thomas, and Dylan Bell, like our big body receivers, they got to step up and play big. Like, this is why we brought all these receivers here. Like, it's their time to shine. Dylan Bell, if I could get one touchdown in a good game out of Dylan Bell, I will be thrilled. Because in 2023, y'all, this dude single-handedly destroyed Tennessee in 2023. Like, we're going up here with a lot of guys who have played big-time football for Georgia. If Dylan Bell could step up and give us something in this game, anything close to 2023, I'll be elated. But Zach Branch and Peanut have got to touch the ball. If we can get something out of Dylan Bell, I'll be thrilled. But Colby Young and Noah Thomas, our big body guys on the outside, like, it's time to make plays on 3rd down. Like 3rd and 7 or longer, like in its obvious passing situations, we got to be able to throw the ball up to you guys and you come down with it. That's the whole reason that you got brought here. One more thing. So let's talk about the tight ends. The tight ends, we have got to use the tight ends over the middle. In all of these games that we just talked about, Georgia, Tennessee, since Huepel's been here in 2021, Georgia has picked Tennessee apart across the middle of the field with the tight ends. Now, y'all know, like, looking back at the Austin Peay game, we didn't hardly use the tight ends at all. We didn't even target a tight end in the Austin Peay game. Like, that has to change against this Tennessee defense. And I think that it will. I think Georgia's going to get its tight ends involved over the middle. I expect to see a lot more from Georgia's offense on the road up in Knoxville this weekend than we've seen so far, on offense and on defense. Like, this is where you got to empty the clip. We've got to have this win on the road in our SEC opener against Tennessee. It's just, we've got to come out of this first 4 games 4-0. That's just my opinion. I mean, if we come out of this first month of the season in our first 4 games and Georgia is 4-0, everything that we want to achieve, it looks so much better for us, because we still have a hell of a schedule after this first month. But we got to get out of the gate 4-0. We've got to beat Tennessee on the road in our opener. We have got to find a way to beat Alabama. We're kind of getting off track. No turnovers, man. Like, no turnovers. Nate cannot fumble in this game. I was watching a little bit of Tennessee film. Like, their defense plays hard. And even when they're trailing the ball carrier, like, they're coming up behind it and they are punching that football. So Nate Frazier has got to hold on to the ball in this game. If he can't hold on to the ball, he don't need to touch the ball. Because we cannot give Tennessee anything. I feel like Georgia is the better team. I feel like Georgia is the better program. I know Georgia's got the better coaching staff. I know Georgia's got the better head coach. I know that we recruit better. Vegas has got Georgia favored in this game for a reason. And now that line is steadily dropped and dropped and dropped. I think there's something behind that. But Georgia is the better football program. I expect us to go out and win this game if we play clean football. If we play clean football, don't have any special teams mistakes, I like Georgia in this game. The offensive line is the last thing we'll kind of talk about here. I'm hoping that we get Juan Gaston and Ernest Green back, and I hope it's the healthy, good version of Ernest Green. Because, guys, I can't remember the last time that I saw Ernest Green look good. But we have got to shore up that right tackle spot. We have rotated a ton of guys in at that right tackle spot. So the right side of that offensive line, I've talked about that in the past 2 videos that I've done with the Austin Peay thing. Like, the right side of the O-line has got me worried. I'm hoping that we get those guys back and are able to settle in and settle down as an O-line, get the run game going to settle into the game, calm everybody down, and then start hitting some play action stuff and getting some stuff going in the passing game. Y'all already know we're going to see that screen down the line of scrimmage 10 times on Saturday. You can go ahead and mentally prepare for that now. But guys, if we're getting 6-7 yards on that, I'm fine with it. It's when we get nothing or tackled for loss that it just drives me insane. The only guy we need to be throwing that screen to, the only two guys, Colby Young needs to be touching the ball out there, and Zach Branch. That's it. That's it. We don't need to throw anybody else the ball down the line of scrimmage besides those two guys. But the O-line, man, like this game really to me, like that's Georgia's one weakness. The O-line and Gunner not letting the ball rip. And I think the coaching staff's going to tell Gunner, like, listen, man, like you've got to let it go in this game. We have put you in position to hit explosive plays 2 weeks in a row, and you've checked it down. But at the same time, man, I get what Gunner's trying to do, and especially up here going on the road, you don't want to make a mistake. I asked at the beginning of this season for this Georgia offense for us to stay ahead of down and distance and for no mistakes. And Gunner has done that. Gunner has done that. We have not been 3rd and 7 and longer all season long like we were last season. Like we've been ahead of down and distance. The offense has been clicking. It was the 2 fumbles that messed us up and getting stopped on the goal line in this last game. If that doesn't happen, that's a totally different score. A totally different score. Nobody's saying anything. They would have just wrote it off as, yeah, Georgia didn't look as good at times or as explosive, but it was raining and they were just trying to get out of there with no injuries. That's what everybody would have said. So the O-line, man, we need to play good. We need to be healthy. We need to have some continuity. We can't have any big busts, guys running free to the quarterback. That's the main thing I don't want to see is busts along the offensive line and pass protection. Running the ball, I feel pretty good about. Pass protection, I'm really nervous. I'm kind of just hoping that it goes good. But even if it doesn't, like you look at those point totals the last 4 years from Kirby Smart's defense, 17, 13, 10, and 17. Surely Georgia's offense is going to find a way to score more than 20 points. I mean, can we all agree on that? That we're at least going to score 20 points in this game? I feel like we are. I feel like we're going to be able to run the ball enough with our backs. The O-line's going to get them going. And I feel like Zach Branch is going to get us a touchdown. I feel like one of the other receivers is going to get us a touchdown. And Gunner's going to be involved in the run game in this game too. I feel like Georgia's offense is going to get over 20 points. Based off of the past 4 seasons, Tennessee has not gotten to 20 points. And then again, like I know this is a big thing for me. Like Joey Aguilar's first SEC start is against Kirby Smart and this loaded defense. Man, that is not a good recipe for success to me. It's just not. I would be really anxious about that if I was a Tennessee fan. But I think Georgia's going to be able to get over 20. I don't think Tennessee is going to get over 20. So that's the reason I feel the most confident in this game. Again, I'm usually the one being told, I got to trust Kirby. I got to trust Kirby. Just listen to the coaches. This time I'm trusting Kirby because Kirby has owned Tennessee since he has been at Georgia. So I've got Georgia winning this game, going up there on the road, controlling the clock, playing clean football, running the ball, hitting plays in the passing game when it's there. I expect Georgia's defense to have a feast, to have a field day. We might give up something late to kind of make this score what I'm predicting that it's going to be. But I think Georgia's starting defense is going to play phenomenal. It's time to unleash them. It's time to bring some heat on the quarterback and show everything that we got on defense. We got to come out of this game with the win. And from everything that I've heard out of practice this week, I was just watching the Kirby Smart press conference from today. Like the team is juiced up and ready to go. Like Georgia's going to turn it on and bring everything they got so we can get out of Knoxville with a win. So I've got Georgia winning this game. Give me the Dogs winning 27-17 against the Vols. And we'll see what happens, guys. It's going to be a great game. But if Georgia plays clean football, controls the ball, stays ahead of down and distance, and is able to run and hit the plays in the passing game that are there that the defense gives us, I really like Georgia in this game. But our defense in the run game, man, is what I'm hanging my hat on and trusting Kirby Smart to get it done based off of what he's done in years past. So I'm really looking forward to it, guys. Not going to lie. I'm juiced up for the game as well. Can't wait for this. We've been waiting all off season for big-time football. Here it is. We start our SEC schedule against Tennessee up in Knoxville this week. And then we've got a bye. And then we've got Alabama at home. And it don't get any easier after that. So big game this weekend. Cannot wait to watch it. I've got faith in the Dogs. Can't wait to watch it. I know they're going to do it. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Go Dogs.